especially in the first inning. His ERA is over 10 in the first inning, and the Mike Trout effect. 7 career home runs against King Felix for Mike Trout.
Check out the defense for Seattle. That will support King Felix, Gamble, Gordon, Haniger from left to right, Seager and Segura on the left side, Cano and Healy on the right side of the infield, Zunino behind the plate.
And Seager had a big night at the plate last night, very solid at third base for Seattle in his career, won a Gold Glove back in 2014 and a .981 fielding percentage. This season so far, turned 8 double plays at .963 fielding percentage with 3 errors so far at the hot corner.
Shohei Ohtani ready to go. He will watch to see if his offense can provide him some support here in the early going. Kinsler leading things off. His batting average down to .210. First pitch is in there for a strike. And ended up going 1 for 7 last night. Pardon me, 1 for 6 last night. Singled in the first inning. Beautiful 69 degrees here on this Sunday afternoon. A 1 pitch. 0-2.
His fastball right now is 88 to 92 with a slider, curve, and changeup. Average fastball now at 89.1 miles per hour, down about 4 or 5 over the last few seasons for King Felix.
That's out toward left field. Gamble moving over is there. He'll haul it in for the first out of the game.
Take a look at Mike Trout as he comes to play. Take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Talk about that success against King Felix. 7 career home runs, but 3 in the first inning. Open day 2014, open day 2015 for Trout against Felix Hernandez. And then back in August 5th of 2016, a first inning home run. Mentioned 7 career home runs, 367 batting average for Trout versus King Felix.
Trout with a 3-hit game last night. Taking his batting average up to .322. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 11 home runs, and 21 runs batted in. That's on the corner.
You mentioned that velocity being down, but he can still pitch. He knows exactly where he wants to throw. He changes speed. His changeup is not that much of a differential in the speeds of his fastball, but it's got that good sink action on his changeup.
That's it sharply past Segura, and another base hit for Mike Trout.
Not a home run in the first, but a sharp single for Trout versus King Felix here in the first inning once again. Another good swing, gets that foot down, a curveball, stay back on the well, lines it by Segura at shortstop. He's saying, I can't, well, at least I can't be in the ballpark this time around. And you see those numbers for him in the first inning at 10.29 ERA in the first inning. That's 8 earned runs. That's 7 innings pitched, 3 big flies against him in the first inning this season. Very important to score early against Felix Hernandez before he settles in.
Upton takes downstairs. Showed you that home run that he hit in the 9th inning, the only hit he had in the game. 1 for 5. Drew a walk in the 11th inning. Home run is 6th of the year. And now with 21 runs batted in. Two balls, no strikes. No Cole Calhoun in the lineup for the 2nd consecutive game. So she's saying before the game, just trying to get him back to the place where he was in spring trainings. This was lined out the left field. Gamble going back on it. He'll track it down just shy of the track.
Pretty good swing there for Upton against Hernandez. A bit of top hand spin on that one instead of this, the launch angle like we saw last night on the home run to dead center field for Upton, but still hit very well.
So Trout still at first base with 2 outs, and Luis Valbuena coming up. 4 for 11 in his career against Felix. Ohtani, as he usually does, a couple of outs as the weighted ball starts to stretch. Valbuena 263 on the year. 2 doubles, 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in.
First start this season for Valbuena in the number 4 spot in the lineup, Albert Pujols, and Shohei Ohtani with the other at-bats in that cleanup spot.
Two 2-0. First start at home for Felix since April 15th against Oakland. Last two starts at Texas and at Chicago. Picked up the win in his last start against the White Sox. 3 runs on 7 hits in 6 innings. He's falling behind here. 3 balls, no strikes. Andrelton Simmons has been red hot. He's on deck. One thing hasn't changed with Felix, the tempo. Trout takes off. Breaking ball's a strike. The throw down, not in time.
Nobody over third base, and quickly Zunino runs down to the bag. Trout picks up his 6th stolen base. Picked a good pitch to go, and a breaking ball also slides in, gets into scoring position. It's one thing you have been able to do against Felix Hernandez throughout his career, that's steal bases. This is 2nd stolen base allowed by Hernandez so far this year in 3 attempts.
3-2 now, and he walked him. So 2 on with 2 outs, and here comes Simba. Halos at the very least trying to get something started, throw some pitches for Felix Hernandez. Angels, as we talked about it throughout the game last night, all 4.5 hours of that extra inning loss, had a number of opportunities early on in the game to capitalize against Marco Gonzalez. Did not. Ended up going 5 for 21 with men in scoring position. Simmons takes a breaking ball for a strike.
One of the most consistent run producers with men in scoring position over the last year plus has been Andrelton Simmons at the plate right now.
Simmons at .357, 3 home runs, 21 runs batted in. He's 12 for 22 in 5 games in the month of May. 0-1. Chopper left side. Seager plays a short hop. And the Angels leave a man in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Shohei Ohtani taking the mound to face the Seattle Mariners with no score. Last night, Now 19 and 13 on the season. D. Gordon leading things off in center. Gene Segura at shortstop. Robinson Cano at second. Nelson Cruz at D8. Kyle Seager at third base. Mitch Haniger in right field. Ryan Healy at first. Mike Zunino behind the plate. And Ben Gamble rounding out that starting nine. He's the left fielder as they take on Shohei Ohtani. This will be his 5th start of the season. 2-1 with a 4.43 ERA.
Yeah, 26 strikeouts and 20 and a third. My go-tos for Shohei to be successful today against Seattle is a better feel for his fastball, more consistency as far as where to place that, and finish off these hitters with his splitter today.
Last start for Ohtani, April 24th at Houston. First one's grounded to second base. Kinsler's there. Gordon falls down. 1 out.
That's a good use of a first pitch fastball.
Yeah. Gordon looking back at that batter's box area.
The shortstop, number 2, Gene Segura.
Try to get quickly out of the batters. It looked like initially it was slipped on the home plate area. Meep, meep. That's always fun to get back into that dugout. You know the fellas are going to have a few words for you.
1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom of the first. Here's Segura, the shortstop. .299 batting average, 10 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Segura was in the leadoff spot last night. He picked up 3 of the 15 hits for Seattle. He was at 17 hits in the 9-8 loss. That's ripped foul. Fastball that was up. One ball, 1 strike. Well, it seems as if 2 batters in, it's all right. More than likely going to throw you fastballs early. Be ready to hack.
Yep.
Breaking ball.
That's a good slow curve. He hasn't thrown that curveball too often to right-handed batters. 74-mile-an-hour curveball. 12-6 break to that. Pulled off. No contact.
The 1-2. Fastball, ground ball, foul. Just wide of the bag at first.
98-mile-an-hour fastball. When you look at the numbers so far this season for Ohtani for hitters versus his fastballs compared to his secondary pitches, 400 batting average versus fastball, but 049 versus his secondary pitches. That's the best in all of baseball.
Evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robinson Cano on deck. Halos had a couple of men on in the top of the first inning, but left them on. Now the 2-2. Ball won't foul. Good variation as far as the speeds so far through the 6 pitches thrown to Segura. Got him on the slider. Down goes Segura. 2 outs.
Well, that was a wicked slider. So he threw him a curveball, a split, a couple fastballs, and finishes him off with that slider.
Second baseman, number 22, Robinson.
A nasty slider from Ohtani. Looks like a fastball, and then sharp break to it. Swing and miss. Perfect spot. Good sequence there by Shohei Ohtani. You can see very good hitter in Gene Segura, especially when you think about his career batting average against the Angels at .370.
Two outs, nobody on, and here's Robinson Cano. 293 on the season. Take a breaking ball that just misses. A little bit low. Cano went 1 for 5, had a 2 RBI double in the 6th inning. But had a critical leadoff walk to start the 11th. He scored one of the 2 runs for Seattle. Their walk-off victory.
Very good on base percentage this season. More selective at the plate. .403 on base percentage for Robinson Cano.
One skied out toward right center field. Blash moving back, has a beat on it. Cano got underneath it. Jabari puts it away, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Ohtani. We'll head to the 2nd inning with no score. Bobblehead presented by Interactive Mortgage. That's coming up Saturday, June the 2nd. Angels taking on the Texas Rangers. It's a 6:07 start. Just go to angels.com for more information. No scores. We start to 2nd. Cozart, Blash, and Young for the Angels. 6, 7, and 8. Felix with a hit and a walk allowed in the 1st. Cozart comes in batting .228. Multi-hit game last night with a couple of doubles. That's drilled out to deep left field. Gamble will watch this one go. Big fly for Zach Cozart. 1-0 Angels.
8th home run allowed this season for Felix Hernandez. 4th home run of the season for Zach Cozart. Starting to swing and getting that launch angle back. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. A breakable backup slider. He stays back on the well, creates that lift and drives it out to left field for a home run for Zach Cozart. A couple doubles last night and a home run today. .24 home runs last season for Cozart.
Here's Jabari Blash, called up today. Breaks his bat, loops one out to right. Haneker is there. 1 down. Go back to that Zach Cozart home run.
So he was able to get that leg kick, and then he's got his foot down, and that lift, that launch angle, which he developed over the last year plus, drives it out for his 4th home run of the season.
Chris Young shoots one out toward left field. Gamble racing back onto the track, near the wall, gone. Big fly for Chris Young, second of the season. 2-0 Angels.
Well, it wasn't the first inning which he gave up the home runs. It's the second inning. 2 home runs allowed by Felix Hernandez. Chris Young brought his hands inside of that baseball and lifted that out to left field himself. That's the 47th home run of the season for the Angels. Fastball that ran to the heart of the plate. Very similar spot on that slider to Cozart. Talk about short through the swing. Chris Young, second home run of the season.
I don't know if we showed it, but between innings, Young and Upton were talking. And Justin had a pretty good drive that went to just the warning track his first at bat, so there's no question that the sharing of information as to what to look for. Young came up here just swinging first pitch, jumped all over it.
Always fought against Felix Hernandez, and when the Angels really, especially early in his career, had a lot of success jumping on the first pitch against him. 16-16 in his career versus the Angels.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rivera hitting .263. Takes down and away. Rene went 0 for 3 last night. 3rd consecutive start for him. Top of the order, Kisler on deck. Breaking ball low, full count. You're talking about Felix and a lot of fastballs early in counts. That was back in the day when he still had some pretty good fuzz on the fastball. I think it was more of the machismo of Felix, wanting to challenge guys. He's become a different pitcher since then. And there's a called strike 3. That pitch was way off the plate. That wasn't even close to being a strike. Rivera has some beef. 2 down.
Is that a pitcher's pitch?
That's
right
awful.
Zunino trying to bring that one back casually, gets the call.
First strikeout for Felix Hernandez. Put an asterisk on that one.
It's big too, because in other words, that's a walk.
No doubt.
And some more pitches thrown instead of that. 29 pitches so far in this game for Felix Hernandez against the Angels.
Sam Holbrook, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes today. Kisler fouls it back. He ended a fly ball to left field to lead off the game. Kisler 4 for 24 now in the month of May. They just need him to get it going at the top of the order.
Yeah, doesn't quite have that fastball. Remember in the past, even though he does have 4 quality pitches, plus pitches when you think about his curveball, slider, and his changeup, but he used to be able to run that fastball upstairs. Best fastball so far, 91 miles an hour. Slowest pitch is curveball at 77.
And even that breaking ball with 2 strikes, it's a trackable breaking ball.
Yeah, it looks sharp when you watch it on TV, but from our angle, you can still see the hitters able to track that one and saw that was out of the strike zone. Didn't get a whole lot of chases out of it so far. But still, one of the most competitive pitchers you're ever going to see.
Ground ball glove by Felix. That'll do it for the Angels here in the second, but a couple of solo home runs. That Cozart led it off with a blast to left field, his 4th of the year. Then Chris Young followed up with his 2nd, Gooby.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's a short swing through the baseball. Strong man there. Chris Young hit it out.
2-0, and there's Mike Trout's untroutedly biggest fan. Right there.
Biggest fan.
Untroutedly.
Untroutedly.
Ohtani takes a 2-0 lead to the mound. He'll face Cruz, Seager, and Haniger. Retired the side in order in the first inning, including a strikeout. Also takes a strike. 253 average for the Mariner DH. 7 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Went 1 for 3 last night. Single and a couple of walks. Scored twice. Made up a fastball.
Just free and easy in his delivery of his fastball.
I think that's what makes it so unique, because he could throw 3 pitches at any point. Well, 4 really if you wanted to. But it's that slow leg kick. It kind of keeps you guessing as to what it is that you're going to see here. And then all of a sudden it just explodes as he delivers it. Slider. And there's the first out of the second.
And when you go back to those numbers against his secondary pitches, you can see why it's so difficult for hitters and why they're going to be aggressive on the first pitch fastball. Secondary pitches, batting average, we showed that earlier, 0.49, which is tops in the majors, and whip percentage on those secondary pitches, 46.2%, 10th best. So you will see some hitters, and that's the good thing for Shohei. He can get some quick outs with his fastball like he did with D. Gordon.
Seager takes down and in. That sequence to Nelson Cruz. 79 slider, 97 fastball, 88 slider.
Talk about differential and speeds. That's just the one batter. And he could throw 98 at the knees.
Two balls, no strikes on Seager. Comes in batting .232. And a big RBI double in the 11th. Tied the score. He scored the winning run on the Healy single. Shoots it foul. Three balls, one strike. Mitch Haniger, the right fielder, on deck. Ground ball up the middle. There's a base hit. Into the fastball. Seager's on board.
Getting that base hit on a fastball. Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota on his secondary pitches. Outstanding as far as his slider. Looks like a strike in the strike zone. Segura unable to make contact. How sharp that break was. And then here on the split, straight down to Nelson Cruz at 88 miles an hour, 82 mile an hour slider, 88 mile an hour split. Those secondary pitches, so good. Hitters have had a little success against this fastball that we saw there with Seager, but those secondary pitches virtually unhittable.
Haniger takes a strike. He was batting in the number 2 spot last night and ended up going 1 for 5 with a double. 296 on the year. 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Angels with a couple of home runs in the second inning off Felix Hernandez. Is that Cozart, Chris Young. Yes, he did. 0-2. That's the only people that didn't realize that he had swung. Mariner fans.
Now they've, oh yeah, that's right, he did go. That's a look at the hitter go, that was pretty sharp.
2-strike pitch. Down goes Haniger.
What a nasty split. 3 punch-outs so far in this game for Shohei Ohtani. His split-finger fastball's anywhere to 87 to 89 range. Starts in the strike zone, ends just below it. Spin rate on that splitter, 1155 RPMs. The slower as far as that rotation of that one for a splitter, the better.
Here's Ryan Healy.
So often you hear spin rate of fastballs and even some sliders anywhere between 2,700 and 2,900. But a splitter almost has that same type of rotation movement of a knuckleball if it's thrown well, and Shohei Ohtani has that feel for that splitter.
Two balls, no strikes. Healy hitting 241. Take a breaking ball. Misses. Three strikeouts, 1 hit allowed so far for Shohei. And a 4-pitch walk. Two on, 2 outs, and here's Mike Zunino. Homered last night. Couple of hits, as a matter of fact, 2 for 5 overall. Home run for Zunino. This is the 4th of the year. Fastball first strike.
Good fastball there. And just like with Felix Hernandez in the first inning, some struggles. In second inning so far, his young major league career, Shohei Ohtani's had a tougher time once he gets through that first time through the lineup, and all of a sudden he gets into cruise control, trying to get through here with no damage, trying to maintain the lead.
Way outside. Nice dig by Rivera.
Yeah, so far in 4 innings, 4 games, he's allowed 6 earned runs in the second inning. Batting average against him the first time through the lineup is .303. Second time through, .080. Third time through, .154 for Shohei Ohtani. Split. So a fastball right on that part of the plate, followed by a split the third pitch against Zunino. So you have an option again of throwing a splitter or even a slider here to keep it out of the strike zone.
Seager at second base, Healy at first. Ground ball short. Simmons will go to second base. They'll force out the big first baseman. And the Mariners are done here in the second. 2 in the books. Halos on top 2-0. And this summer, the World Cup is coming to Fox and FS1. Every match live and over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event begins June 14th on Fox and FS1.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Beautiful afternoon for baseball here in Seattle. Rubber game of the series. Angels with a 2-0 lead on a couple of solo home runs by Cozart and Young. Felix back to work. He gets Trout up to Valbuena here in the third. Trout had a base hit in the first, so he's 1 for 1.
His outstanding numbers: 19 RBIs, 7 home runs, 30 for 80. Gets one of the best pitchers in his era. It's a .375 batting average. Conversation with Rene Rivera, Ippei, Charles Nagy, and Shohei Ohtani in between innings. So, you know, I had a pretty good splitter working. You know, we talked about that blister on that finger, and you would think a lot of times the more you throw, the better chance you have to get that callus built up, and it would be no longer an issue. But a long time in between starts, especially with that left ankle issue when he stepped on the base. But so far, so good for Shohei Ohtani.
Off the plate, 1-2.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting right there for Trout. That was a perfect pitch, and he fouled that one off. That's a frustrating feeling when you're on the mound and you make a perfect pitch against a guy that's had a lot of success against you, and somehow he's able to fight that one off. Almost was in the catcher's mitt. That's a bad feeling.
2 balls, 2 strikes. What are you saying to yourself, Goopy, when that happened?
I finally made a good pitch, and he fouled that one off. Are you kidding me? I was like that with Don Mattingly. Everything I threw, even a perfect pitch, he somehow fouled it off. And then when I made a mistake, I was asking for a new baseball.
2-2 now. Full count.
And it's forced him to throw, what, 3 extra pitches now.
Upton on deck. 3 hits allowed by Felix, 2 home runs and a single.
Those numbers against pitchers: 7 though.
Walked him. So he went from 0-2 to a leadoff walk.
That's a great at bat. Even though it's go down as a walk, that was a great at bat for Trout. Like I mentioned, fouled off a perfect pitch from Felix Hernandez and ends up working a walk. Now back to being a stolen base threat. Had a stolen base back in the first inning.
Trout came into play today with a .447 on base percentage. He's been on board twice with a single and a walk. Had a stolen base in the first as well. Up to the fly ball to left his first time up. Felix, a 6-time All-Star. Cy Young Award winner 2010. Made just 16 starts last season. 2 stints on the DL, had shoulder inflammation. 2-0. There's 1 year left on his contract with an option year for 2020. What a career he has had. 164 and 116 with a 3.23 ERA.
He's been doing this a long time.
The innings have piled up. 32, but it's an old 32 as far as the arm. 2,541 innings.
Yep.
Eight straight seasons of 200+ innings. Two-one pitch.
If you look at throughout his career, he hasn't got a ton of run support, so he's pitched a lot of real close, tight games where every single pitch matters between a win and a loss for Felix Hernandez. It's kind of like Kobe Bryant or LeBron James in basketball. When they're 33, 34, you think, oh, they're still young, but they played a lot of games, a lot of postseason games, championship games. Same thing here with Felix Hernandez. A lot of pitches in tight games.
I mentioned the Cy Young that he picked up in 2010. That was a 13-12 record with a 2.27 ERA, but he's also got 2 second-place finishes for the Cy Young. 2009, 2014. 14 led the league in ERA at 2.14. 2-2 up to ground this one is short. Trout was on the move, so he'll reach second.
One out. Another big jump against Hernandez. He has that hip turn where it allows base runners to get a good jump against him. You know, he's trying to be a little bit quicker. Doesn't quite have that velocity on the fastball either, so it takes longer to get to the plate. So you got to try to be aggressive against them. The Angels with 17 stolen bases on the season, with Trout stolen base in the first.
Valbuena with a walk in the first on the 2 free passes issued by Felix.
He's trying to keep Trout close to second. Segura right behind him, but the shift on, or at least slight shift with him right behind the base. Felix Hernandez has now allowed 199 career stolen bases against him. And you got Seager off the base, so he's got to run towards the bag. If Trout can time it right, even with a left-handed batter, he can steal third base.
One pitch. Luis bounced it foul. 1-2. Batting in the cleanup spot today. Albert getting the day off, and with the off day tomorrow, gets back-to-back days off. The Angels will head to Denver tonight. And the Rockies Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon. And we got a long homestand. Waiter strikes out swing, doesn't bother running to first. 2 outs. I think you got to run to first there. Just as forces an Eno to throw, you never know.
Every once in a while it happens. I've seen it before too, where a catcher is comfortable, and next thing you know, that high throw, that launch. Now it's time for the Kia Drive to Success with Anderson Simmons coming to the dish. He's off to a tremendous start this season. .357 batting average, leads the majors in that category. 10-game hit streak.
Hits one out to center field. More off the end of the bat than anything else. The Angels leave another man in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Halos.
for the game today for the Angels to be successful. Go a little queen. The show must go on. Very important for Shohei Ohtani to pitch like he can and get deep in the game and give the Angels a chance to win this series against Seattle here with a fine performance here at Safeco Field today for Shohei, if he can continue, especially with his secondary pitches.
Well, he's going to face 9-1-2 for Seattle in the third inning. It'll be Gamble, Gordon, and then Segura. But Gamble came in as a pinch hitter last night in the 10th inning and had a single with a run scored. The plate appearance that he had. He'll take a strike. 150 batting average for Gamble. 1 double, 1 triple, 1 RBI.
Got to round that curveball a little bit quicker in that delivery. Done a couple good ones to right-handed batters so far. That's a pretty good slider.
Yeah.
Great location. Pretty good spin rate on that one. 2316 RPM on that slider. Quick, sharp break.
Now the 1-2. Down goes Gamble. 1 away. Strikeout number 4 for Ohtani.
Just real good balance on his delivery on all his pitches. Same arm angle, same delivery. Sharp break to that. Swing and miss. That one even more so as far as spin rate. 2483 RPMs on that slider.
D. Gordon jumped on the first pitch he saw at the bottom of the first and grounded out to Kinsler. Came in batting .349, 7 doubles, a triple, a home run, 8 runs batted in.
Sometimes when you get a hitter to swing at the first pitch and make it out, it's almost automatic. They're going to take it. He took that 97-mile-an-hour fastball right in the heart of the plate.
Slice foul, 1-2. Segura on deck. Shohei had to deal with a couple of base runners in the second, a single by Seager and a walk to Healy, but no damage. It's out toward right. Flash breaks him. Let's go back. 2 down.
Got him out in front of that pitch. Enough. Lazy fly ball to right field. Your goal really is to make D. Gordon hit the ball in the air. When he hits the ball on the ground, he puts a lot of pressure on a defense. In the air, you have a better chance to be able to run that one down. Complete opposite what we're talking about in baseball nowadays, where everyone's trying to hit the ball in the air. That's what you're going to try to do against D. Gordon.
Yeah, like Willie Mays Hayes would be highly sought after in today's game.
Yes.
Not so much in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, good point.
It's okay to beat up the cage in BP nowadays, right?
Yes, it is. Launch angle. And Jim Cott always has nice things to say about launch angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won a few games in the majors.
So he's a fan of it, huh?
Yes. Won a lot of gold gloves also. And worked extremely fast on the mound.
Two-0. Segura hits one to second base. Oh, had some spin on it. The 1-2-3 third inning. For Ohtani, we head to the fourth inning. Angels on top 2-0. house, purchase tickets to the Lexus Diamond Club and enjoy exclusive benefits like access to the Lexus Diamond Club Restaurant and Lounge. Call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com.
Yes.
A couple of Angel fans.
Big crowd here today.
Yeah. Zach Cozart, Jabari Blash, Chris Young for the Angels here in the fourth. Cozart 1 for 1 with a home run. It's a breaking ball for a strike. The homer to lead off the second for Zach, his fourth of the year. 12th run batted in. Slow off speed pitch. Trying to keep Cozart off balance. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed by Felix Hernandez. He throws 57th pitch. That's pulled down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's extra bases. It's a fair ball over the fence. Double for Zach Cozart. His second extra base hit of the game.
The 2 last night. He's starting to get hot now. 8th double of the season for Zach Cozart. Back is better. 4 extra base hits in the last 2 games for Cozart. Slider when he went down and got it. Hooked it down in the corner. In scoring position to lead off the 4th inning.
Jabari Blash takes a breaking ball inside. 28-year-old native of St. Thomas of the Virgin Islands. Was raking at AAA. 350, 10 home runs, 25 runs batted in. A 441 on base percentage and a 1291 OPS. Now it's AAA, but still putting it all together. Unique batting stance. It all kind of came together while playing winter ball this past offseason. 2 balls, no strikes.
You have to be awfully quick with your bat, especially the way you have your hands up there and when your feet are together.
He said the closer his feet got, the more comfortable it became. It allows him to start with the leg kick. That's kind of how things started going well for him. That's pulled foul.
That is a high leg kick. That's
Yeah.
a Ruben Sierra type leg kick.
Well, I mean, not
Bobby
like the guy
Bonilla.
is small.
Yes.
Jabari's a big dude.
Yes. See those feet together and then high leg kick. Looks like Mark Langston when he used to pitch.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike. Listed at 6'5". Originally a Seattle Mariners 8th round pick back in 2010 at Miami-Dade Community College. Got into 61 games with the Padres last year, hit .213, and the Angels picked him up this offseason in a trade with the New York Yankees. Walked him. 3rd free pass issued by Felix. 2 on with nobody out. Let's go back to the 2nd inning with Chris Young coming to the plate. Jumped on that first pitch, Gooby.
Well, look how short that swing is through the baseball. Launch angle 29 degrees for his launch angle. Hit that one out to left field. 2nd home run of the season for Chris Young. Mel Stoudemire Jr. out to talk to Felix Hernandez. Oh, teammate in Kansas City.
Home run for Chris's 2nd of the year, 5th RBI. Showing bunt. Drops a bunt on the third base line. That is a fair ball. Seager, off balance throw, gets Young.
That was a pretty good play.
Yeah.
We highlighted him. He mentioned he won a Gold Glove back in 2014. He knows his field very well. It's not going to roll foul. That's a perfect bunt for Chris Young. That was a great play by Seager to throw him out.
And it was a bunt on a breaking ball. So you have to wait for it, track it, and still keep it fair.
See how that baseball, it's not going to roll foul.
That's just the second sacrifice the Angels have had this year. Andrelton Simmons has the other. Infield in. Rene Rivera at the plate. He'll pull it foul. He was way out in front. Rene struck out looking on a questionable pitch in the second inning.
That's something that Mike Scioscia's clubs over the years have done a lot as far as a sacrifice bunt. Not lately, though.
Top of the order, Kinsler on deck. 1 out, 2-0. We're in the fourth.
It's only not often when you see a guy hit a home run that asks to sacrifice bunt the very next at bat. Chris Young did his job, though.
Really nice play by Zanin on that ball down, bouncing in the dirt.
His job there by Chris Young.
One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Rivera pulls it to short. Segura's got it. Cozart going on contact, easily put out for the second out of the inning. Blash remains at second base.
The infield in, hit pretty well by Rivera. Good play by Segura, gets rid of it quickly. We get Cozart at the dish. Contact play on, but when the baseball's hit that hard, very difficult unless it's an errant throw to the plate. It's going to be an easy out.
Jabari, if you watch that replay, turned around, went back to second as Segura was going home. Kessler fouls it back. It's one of those plays, if he just holds his spot right there, you see him going, he could easily take third base, especially on a tag play. Still in scoring position, 2 outs. Kessler, a fly ball to left and a comebacker to the mound, so he's 0 for 2.
It becomes a big play when you're a runner at third, especially with Felix Hernandez. A wild pitch has always been part of his game. He has 1 wild pitch this season.
Breaking ball, first strike, 1-2. Halos looking for their first hit with a man in scoring position today. They're 0 for 4 this far. 1-2 pitch. Kessler dribbling foul.
He tried to wait back as long as he could to make contact on that pitch.
Ian looking for his first hit with a man in scoring position this year. 0 for 11.
His 4 extra base hits so far this season.
I thought that pitch was going to be rung up, and it should have been. Felix wanted that one.
That's all over the strike zone. Not where Zunino was set up, but it's a strike.
Yeah, and Zunino kind of took it with him, though. Had some movement cutting away.
Yeah, and then he tries to bring it back, which
Right.
is always a bad sign. As an umpire, you see that glove off the outside corner. Zunino's usually pretty good as far as keeping the pitch in the strike zone.
Seager goes the short way, and the Angels leave two more men on base. But at the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Angels.
So he consistently throws that, throw the timing off of hitters at 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. You see that wicked slider at 82. You know, followed up, he's got a splitter, 88-mile-an-hour range. That dip on that pitch is a slow curve at 74 for Shohei Ohtani in this pitch arsenal. Just under 45% as far as percentage of fastballs thrown. Just under, a little over 30% for his splitter, slider 22, and his curveball just under 3%. So he throws all four pitches very well from the same arm angle, same arm speed on all of them. Excellent so far for Shohei. 4 strikeouts through 3.
First one to Robinson Cano. Up and away, Cano, Cruz, and Seager. 3-4-5 for Seattle here in the fourth. Good fastball. 1-1 strike. Four strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed for Ohtani. That's out toward right center field. Blash giving chase, calling for it. 1 away. Both times getting him, I should say, on that slow breaking ball.
Just enough out in front. And that's what you're trying to do, especially against a great hitter like Robinson Cano. Keep them off balance, change speeds. Don't let them sit on a certain speed of a pitch. If that's the case, you're in trouble.
Cruz struck out to lead off the second.
When you watch him in his follow through, that front leg that has that toe pointing down, if you're a youngster at home watching as far as being a pitcher. That's the most important thing, and keeping your toe down allows you to keep better balance as you deliver the baseball. So the toe pointing down and driving. Good slider. Look at his balance, so impressive. Brings that front leg down, that toe pointing down, then drive towards the plate. Shoulders are squared up, eyes on the target. That split, he was a little bit quicker on his delivery.
Two balls, two strikes. Breaking ball popped up. Valbuena into foul territory. 2 down. Here's Seager. Lone hit of the ball game for Seattle. Got ahead of the count of 3-1 and jumped on a fastball and shot it back up the middle. Pitch of the afternoon for Shohei. Got extended a little bit in the second inning. The 1-0.
Strike. What a perfect spot for the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Painting that outside corner.
Fastball at 98.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, on the corner.
Yeah. And then he followed up with a 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Straight up and down, 12-6 break. Curveball. 86 split, 98 fastball, 77 curveball. That one in 99 is best fastball so far as velocity. The only other pitcher I remember, and he was a closer, Eric Gagne, was able to do that as far as the differential in speeds from 90s to 80s to 70s on a consistent basis. That was going for 1 inning.
2-2. Line to left field. Another fastball. And Seager jumped all over it. So the 2 hits tonight are owned by Seager. Both have come on fastballs. This one's a 2-out knock.
Mentioned that batting average against his fastball this season, Shohei Ohtani, 400, even though it's a firm fastball. That went down the heart of the plate, 99. He wanted it away. Was down the middle of the plate.
Haniger struck out in the second. Snap throw to first base, and Seager's back.
It's a good idea because Seager's getting a little bit bigger lead, thinking that Shohei Ohtani's not necessarily paying attention to him, but Shohei's very quick to the plate, very difficult to steal against. No stolen bases allowed in 1 attempt so far this season. Seager with no stolen bases yet this year, but he's got a pretty big lead working. Interesting, after that pitch thrown from Ohtani, you could see him telling himself to stay back a little bit longer. That front shoulder open up a little quicker on that delivery.
1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-out single by Seager. 2-0 Angels. Couple of solo home runs in the second inning.
Good fastball. That one at 99. Saw that the last time he was out on the mound against Houston, started at 95, 96, 97, and before long was touching 100, 101.
Short lead for Seager at first base. 2-2 to Haniger. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball. That'll do it for the Seattle Mariners. 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Shohei. We're off to the 5th inning with the Angels still on top.
Presents Hats Off for Heroes, because no matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Top of the 5th in Seattle, the rubber game of the series between the Angels and the Mariners. Trout, Upton, and Valbuena coming up. Halos on top by the score of 2-0. Trout on board twice, single and a walk. Both times stranded in scoring position.
Felix Hernandez with a ton of career starts against the Angels.
2-1.
This is his 52nd career start for King Felix versus the Angels. Only Jim Cott with more.
2-1 on the way. Great advice for us. 2-2.
Look at that list. Jim Cott, we mentioned him earlier. Catfish Hunter. A great Hall of Famer, 51. Burt Blyleven, Hall of Famer. Tommy John, the pitcher. Tommy John, 49. Most strikeouts all time versus the Angels for King Felix with 336.
Full count. Payoff to Trout. Breaking the ball, got him looking. One out. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Felix.
These two have battled against each other for so long. Mutual respect. Curveball, backup curveball gets him, and Trout looks out and smiles at him. Yeah, you got me on that one. That speed of the pitch got him.
Here's Upton. 0 for 2. Takes a strike.
Back victory over the years, when Felix has gotten Trout out, which hasn't been often. It's really been on that big slow curveball. He's able to get him to chase. And that one backed up on him and got the inside corner. He chased a slow curveball early in the bat out of the strike zone.
Broken bat, little flare out to shallow left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So 1 out single puts a man on for Valbuena.
It was the 27th time that Trout had struck out against Fields to go with those 30 hits.
First baseman, number 18, Luis Valbuena.
Upton with 2 stolen bases this season. Might see him on the move. Which is 199 stolen bases in his career against him for Felix Hernandez.
Valbuena with a walk and a strikeout.
Well, if he wanted to, he could bunt one down the third base line. Easily get a base hit. We've seen him do that quite a bit in spring.
Back up the middle. Segura not going to get there. Upton will turn and head to third. Gordon's throw high. Nice play by Seager. Valbuena trying to take second, and he is out.
Well, he got hurt on the slide also.
Two outs.
Right back up the middle, just by Segura into the outfield. And then D. Gordon's high throw to third. And Kyle Seager, what a play he made. Catches that high throw and quickly gets rid of it to second base to get Valbuena, who tried to get into scoring position himself. Well, that's one of those spots too, especially when it ends with Simmons coming to the plate. You're better off to staying at first base unless you know for sure you can get the second.
Simmons swinging first pitch, bounces this one over to Seager. The Angels leave another in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Halos. O'clock, take home an Angels and Simmons bobblehead courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf while supplies last. For more information on that, just head over to angels.com.
See Anderson a little frustrated with his swing so far. He's been very aggressive chasing that first pitch. In the game, a 10-game pitch streak for Simba.
2-0 Angels. Shohei back out of the bump. Bottom third of the order for Seattle here in the fifth. Healy, Zunino, and Gamble. Healy will shoot one out to right field. Jabari Blash moving back on it.
Boy, you love those quick outs. And we said it earlier, you're gonna, as a hitter, you're gonna try to jump on a first pitch fastball. You don't want to deal with those secondary pitches at all for Shohei Ohtani, but he's had good command with his fastball today. Faced 16 batters, 9 times doing a first pitch strike. He's got a couple quick one-pitch outs so far today.
Mike Zunino, fielder's choice in the second inning. 0 for 1.
Got good command of his fastball again. Laid on a 97-mile-an-hour well-located fastball.
One, two now. Fastball upstairs. You'll see that too often from Ohtani.
You could tell Zunino was anticipating something off speed. See, Ohtani starts with that split finger grip.
Down he goes with the slider. 2 outs.
Victor, you think it's the best slider you've seen from him?
Yeah.
It's a pretty sharp one today.
And he hasn't overthrown it.
I mean, it looks like a strike, then sharp break right off that outside corner. See that rotation of the seams and then away from the bat in the barrel.
But we've talked about it a couple of times during his starts that if you're a hitter, slow breaking ball upstairs to Gamble for ball 1. You've got to go up thinking and looking fastball.
Yeah.
The problem is, as a hitter, everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Unless it's, you know, breaking ball like that just slips out and you see it and you recognize it early. But everything else, if he is throwing late on that fastball, 1-1, it looks the same. There's no change in delivery. There's no change in arm speed. It's all coming out of the same slot. So it's difficult, and that's why you get some odd-looking swings.
And it really all starts from that balance over the pitching rubber from Shohei Ohtani. You almost want to say effortless, because he's driving towards the plate on a consistent basis with all 4 of his pitches. A 99-mile-an-hour fastball, just below the strike zone. Now, if he can even up on the count here, you can throw that splitter after that 99. You're going to chase that as a hitter.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I think the evolution of Ohtani at the major league level, especially considering what we've talked about so often about guys trying to launch. He pitches so well down in the zone with that fastball. He's going to have to learn to go belt up at 98, 99.
And you notice
to get more swings and misses with that fastball.
Yeah, when he does that, you notice he'll try to really hump up on and overthrow a little bit. It's not something he's normally comfortable with.
Full count, just inside. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed. Both hits by Kyle Seager. 2 singles. Payoff on the way. Gamble cues it foul.
Well, if he throws a fastball now, you got to be ready for Kozart at third base. He might be a little bit late on a fastball, especially if he throws it away.
Another 3-2. Gamble, little bouncer. Off the glove of Ohtani. That'll go as an infield base hit. Simmons was going to be there, so that'll go as a 2-out single. Top of the order coming up at D. Gordon.
You see Shohei pointing at Hamilton Simmons saying, yeah, I should have let that one go. He's a good athlete on the mound, very quick, fielding his position to your normal reactions. See the frustration, and you look it over at Anderson Simmons and yes. You're right there behind. That's why you look around as a pitcher where your infielder, especially your shortstop and second baseman, are set up.
Gordon with a ground ball to second and a fly ball to right. Evens count. Kozart near the cut of the grass at third. Gamble with a decent lead over at first. 1-1. 2-1. 75 pitches now, so that's what you worry about as far as extended at bats. Halos with a man short of the bullpen, having sent Paredes out for Jabari Blash. Up the middle, a base hit. The back-to-back singles. Trout comes up firing. The throw's a pretty good one, and Gamble is safe at third base.
Mike Scioscia may take a look at that one because that foot is up in the air when that throw is right on the bag by Trout. He's throwing the ball much, much better of late.
They're going to challenge it.
Yep. Thought so too, because his foot wasn't on the base. That was a perfect throw for Trout. Charged it well, got a lot behind it, and right on the money. So he's off. He's disconnected from the base. I think he's out. Saw that foot up when the slide hits the dirt, hits the bag, and he is off the base, at least slightly when that glove is on him.
Gloves on him. Body's off.
Yep.
Out at third base.
First
Nice
outfield
job.
assist for Trout. Good tag and kept that tag on it for
Andrew
Kozart.
Bailey, a terrific job down in the Angels clubhouse. We are through 5 here at Safeco. The Angels up 2-0. Hamill thrown out at third base, came off the base as he slid hard and late at third base, but Kozar kept the glove on the tag.
Yeah, we talk about those defensive metrics that Trout has improved. Look at that arm strength, just under 22 miles an hour, that throw towards third base, but it was all about the angle he came in and the perfect throw and the quick tag. He kept that tag on him as you see him off the base quickly. Good play by Kozar, but Trout getting better and better as far as that defensive side of his game. Already the best player in baseball on the offensive side. Defense improving dramatically.
Kozar, Blash, and Young for the Angels. 6, 7, and 8 in the 6th inning against King Felix. Just threw his 84th pitch. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 6 hits allowed. Kozar has 2 of them, a home run and a double. No balls, 2 strikes.
First time he's ever faced Felix Hernandez, too. In that second inning, he got that slider up. Didn't miss it. 397-foot home run for Zach Kozar, his 4th.
This one off the end of the bat, out to shallow right field. Haniger has to come in. Cano gets out of the way. 1 out.
Right fielder, number 54, Jabari.
Jabari hit a fly ball to right field in the 2nd, walked and was stranded in the 4th. One 2-1 count. "38 games with the Padres 2 seasons ago, 61 last season."
Assortment of pitches. We showed that for Shohei Ohtani. Same thing with Felix Hernandez. Changes speeds well. Same arm angle on all his pitch. That's good curveball from him.
That's off the plate, but a called strike 3, 2 outs.
One of those unhittable spots too, especially when you're getting this call. His fastball's off the plate. Zunino brings it back. That's a lot of movement in the catcher's mitt too. A lot of times you don't get that call. We always talk about that presentation. You keep that mitt there, then you get it. But when you bring it back, that tells you that pitch is off the strike zone, but still got the call.
I mean, that pitch is never a strike. Young takes the breaking ball for ball 1. Home run and a sacrifice bunt for Chris, getting the start in left. Blash getting the start in right. Big foul.
Trying to walk that off.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Angels up 2-0. Went around. Now he's got to run to first, and he'll reach. A strikeout, wild pitch.
Important thing about that too is now it's going to force Hernandez to throw some more pitches potentially, and the inning's still alive. 96 pitches in the game for Felix Hernandez. It's his 5th strikeout of the game. 21 pitches, the most back in the 4th inning.
Rivera shooting one out toward right field. Haniger was playing shallow. That ball's carrying. It'll go over his head. Short hops the fence. Young being waved around. Cano comes up with it. No throw to the plate. An RBI double for Rivera. It's 3-0 Angels.
Now how big is that strikeout wild pitch now for Chris Young? Gets on, runs down the first base, and now scores on that double to right center field by Rene Rivera, his 6th RBI, 3rd double this season.
The batter is second baseman number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Slider out over the plate. Good carry to right center field, right by that 380 sign. Fortunate enough, hit the lower part of the wall as Chris Young's able to work his way all the way around from first base.
Action beginning now.
He can smile now.
Yeah. Trying to catch his breath. Bullpen working now for Seattle.
Another big run out there for the Angels to try to add on here. Ian Kinsler.
Ian's 0 for 3.
As the game progresses, especially the first time through, the 3rd time through the lineup for Felix Hernandez, the numbers increase for hitters from 196 to 211, 357. 3rd time through, 3rd time through the lineup, 3 for 9 in this game. What that means is the hitters are adjusting to those various off-speed pitches that Hernandez is throwing now.
Trout on deck. 2-0 to Ian. 3-0. Retired the first 2 batters on a fly ball to right. Got Blash looking. Young swung and missed on a breaking ball. The dirt got away, and then now Rivera with a double. 3-0 in the 6th inning. 3-0. He walked him.
It's a good take. He was taken all the way, especially knowing Trout's numbers against Felix Hernandez, and he might see a pitching change here potentially, especially with those numbers Trout has against Hernandez.
Waiting to see if Bradford's ready to go, and here comes Scott Service. Sure enough, at 101 pitches, the Mariners are going to go out to their bullpen. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks for King Felix. He'll depart as usual to a nice round of applause. Great crowd on hand this afternoon, just over 40,000. A pitching change in the 6th. Angels leading at 3-0.
Hyundai. Get a great deal more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis. The call of Carl's. And by your Southern California Ford dealers.
Halos up 3-0. We're in the 6th inning. 2 outs. Trout coming to the plate. Chasing Bradford. Pitching for the 2nd consecutive game on in relief. Felix Hernandez went 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 home runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, and responsible for both men on base. It's Rivera at second and Kinsler at first.
The fastball's 89, 93 range. He'll throw a hard slider. There's a lot of them, and changeup.
This one's inside. Bradford went 1 inning last night, striking out 2. 10th appearance. 3-0 with a 1.93 ERA. 11 strikeouts, 3 walks. That is skied high and deep toward left. Gamble moving back at the wall. Long gone. Big fly for Mike Trout. 6-0 Angels.
Now 8 for 13 in the series for Trout. That is his 16th career home run in this ballpark for Trout. 27th overall against Seattle pitching. Slided to stay right out over the plate, and Trout doesn't hit many baseballs that high, but this one was majestic in the air. He created a pretty good launch angle on that one. 38 degrees on that launch angle. He's also homered this year. I remember one game at 21 degrees. Right center field home run. Adjustments at the plate for Trout, and the distance, his 12th home run of the season.
The 1. Up to fouls it off. They just said Felix had charge of 6 runs. Actually, 5 of the 6 are Felix's. Trout belongs to Bradford. Up to 1 for 3.
27 home runs versus Seattle. Tied for the most versus any opponent with Oakland for Trout. 27 home runs career-wise for Trout against Seattle. The amazing thing is 16 of them here. Seems like he's been on base every single at bat here. 8 of 13, pretty close to that. It was funny when he was walking off the bus to come to the stadium here today, he just shouted out "Showtime." Well, he's creating the show himself with a 3-run home run.
And he does it as he walks by Shohei on the bus.
Yes.
So Ohtani's got to follow him out the bus. Upton strikes out, swinging for the 3rd out, but man, little 2-out rally for the Angels. The capper, the 3-run blast off the bat of Mike Trout.
That's a pretty good sound off that bat for Trout. 12th home run of the season. 14 games. 404 batting average. On base percentage is 541. Scored 13 runs, including 14 walks. And a perfect throw last inning to finish off the inning, picking up his first outfield assist of the year.
Two, 3, and 4 for Seattle. 0-2 on Segura.
I'll tell you what, his fastball command today has been very, very good. He has given up a couple hits on his fastball, but it's been really good as far as location.
The 0-2. Segura skies one out towards center. Trout, as the glasses gleam with the sunshine, puts it away, one out.
And going back to that fastball command for Shohei Ohtani today, it's been very good. Location has been great. 99 on the corner, 98 on the outside corner. All these pitches right at the knees too at 98, 99, 98 once again. Command excellent. Location even better. Shohei Ohtani so far has been dominant. 79 pitches in this game, 5 1/3 scoreless.
There's Robinson Cano. Twice has hit a fly ball to right center field, both on breaking balls. He'll shoot this one out toward left center field. Hit well, slicing away from Trout, who can't find it, but Chris Young is there. 2 outs.
That's real good communication. It's a difficult field, especially at a certain point in the afternoon on fly balls. We've seen that over the years.
Two outs. Nobody out, and Nelson Cruz at the plate. A strikeout, a pop-up for Nelson. A 1.
Oh,
Just got away from him. Off speed pitch.
if you're going to get hit with a pitch, that is definitely the pitch you want to be hit by Shohei Ohtani, a slow curveball. First batter he has hit this season.
It's the 3rd straight inning in which he's retired the first 2 to start the frame, and then the 3rd guy is reached. That got him in the buttocks. Here's Kyle Seager, 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. One up the middle, the other one out to left field, both on fastballs.
Todd coming into the game, left-handed batters 185 against Shohei, right-handed batters 205. All 4 hits today by left-handed batters. 2 by Seager, 1 by Gamma, 1 by Gordon.
It's up the count. With Cruz at first base, Valbuena plays behind him, 2 outs. Left-handed batter up.
Seen some pitches so far in this game versus Shohei Ohtani. 12 so far. Some deeper counts, both times with fastballs and singles. On the 5th pitch, each bat.
Breaking ball. This one easily over to Kinsler.
Didn't wait till his 5th pitch. Grounded out then. Angels up. Another solid inning for Shohei Ohtani. 6-0 through 6.
by your Southern California Toyota dealers and by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Top of the 7th here in Seattle. The rubber game of the series between these two ball clubs. Halos up by the score of 6-0, and a new pitcher on for the Mariners. Matter of fact, first appearance of the series. The left-hander James Pazos takes over. No record, a 1.59 ERA in 10 appearances this year. 13 strikeouts, 1 walk in 11 1/3 innings, and he's going to get Valbuena, Simmons, and Cozart in the Angels' half of the 7th.
Pazos got a firm fastball. The lefty 92-98 will throw a slider.
Bradford ended up going 1/3 of an inning, gave up the home run to Trout, so he got charged with a run. He also had a strikeout. Valbuena with a walk, a strikeout, and a single. Pazos last year pitching 59 games for Seattle, 4-5 with a 3.86 ERA.
So Shohei Ohtani in the first game of the series, 2 for 4 at the plate. Now so far in this game, 6 shutout innings on the mound. Amazing what he's been able to accomplish this season already. Major leagues.
2 balls, 1 strike. Done a nice job through 6 innings, 4 hits allowed. Three and 1.
So he's hitting .339 this season, and his ERA on the mound is .342. That's pretty good.
I think he's got a chance.
Yeah.
It might work out.
Yeah, he might have a chance.
Watch out.
Sounded like he got him.
Yeah, it looked like, I thought at first it was the glove, but the way Luis kind of looked at his wrist, it was going to be ball 4 anyway, but it'll go as a hit by pitch.
Maybe on that forearm elbow area. Jonathan Simmons trying to keep that hit streak together.
A lot of early swing against Felix Hernandez. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a fly ball to center.
500 in this series batting average, 7 for 14.
A visit coming here.
It's a fairly slow walk out there for Mel Stoudemire Jr. Seeing something in the delivery for Pazos.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Long conversation out there as well. One ball, 1 strike. Cozart on deck. Halos with 8 hits so far. Left 6 on base. What a difference that that 6th inning was when that wild pitch was thrown to Chris Young, who essentially struck out, but Zunino could knock it down, kept the inning alive. Space it to right field, make that 11-game hitting streak. Just went down and reached for it.
He's got a career high 13 at game hitting streak. Now 11 there with that base hit going the other way. Stayed back on that one well. We talked about him and showed him earlier in this series how well he hits the ball to all fields. Got a fastball away, pretty good fastball. He stayed with it. Level swing, lines it to right center field through the infield.
Two on, nobody out. Here's Kozar, 2 for 3. It's home run, a double, and a fly ball to right.
This 11-game hit streak for Andrelton Simmons, 19 for 41 at 463 batting average. That's pretty good.
Tied him up with that fastball up and in. Kozar on that fastball.
See, because he tries to lift the baseball his launch angle, they're trying to pitch him upstairs a lot more this season. But he was on that high fastball.
Oh, 2 again. Lays off. 1-2. Now Buena hit by a pitch. Simmons with a base hit, first and second.
Well, Buena on base 3 times today. A walk, hit by pitch, and a single.
And that's drilled out toward left field. Gamble got a good jump on it, is there. 1 down, Valbuena. The stay at second base.
It's one of those plays too, as a runner, you get back to the bag. That's a long throw for a left-handed throwing left fielder. You got to go towards left center field. You might think about tagging up, because if he doesn't make the play, you can still score anyhow.
No question he should be tagging up there. Once Gamble's got a beat on it. Got caught flat-footed. 1 out. First and second, it's Jabari Blash.
Before that first hit as an Angel, that high leg kick. So you can get that timing together.
0 for 2 with a fly ball to right, a walk and a strikeout looking.
.94-mile-an-hour fastball got it by him. That high leg kick he has up above the belt. Speaking of high leg kicks, here's Mark Langston. There's a picture of on the wall as we walk in from the bus every day, that high leg kick he had here in Seattle, and of course with the Angels. There's Langer.
Blash ahead of the count at 2 balls, 1 strike.
A firm fastball, big time curveball too from Langston.
Two 1. 2-2.
Mark Langston with 88 wins as an Angel, 74 wins as a Seattle Mariner. 179 career wins for Mark Langston.
Down with a high fastball. Down goes Blash, 2 outs.
Left fielder, number 24, Chris Young.
So it's Chris Young at the plate. Homered in the second, had a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. Struck out, reached on the wild pitch, and scored. On the double by Rivera. That was in the 6th inning. Borderline pitch goes Young's way. Pazos at the University of San Diego. Drafted by the Yankees in the 13th round in 2012. And traded by the Yankees to Seattle prior to last season. Two-0 pitch. Young fouls it back. 2-1.
Slightly overthrown fastball there from Pazos.
Rivera's on deck. Young down with a 3-1 count. Foul back. Gooby. Come on, Gooby. Actually, that went into the radio, in and out of the radio booth.
How many goals was that for Langston?
Yeah.
He had 7, right?
Hit just below.
Terry Smith in there. Jorge.
Langston just shoot Terry away.
Move him to the side of the road.
Shoe fly.
Don't bother me.
Runners will get a head start here with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Payoff on the way. Popped him up. On the infield, Pazos, Cano. Cano calls everybody off, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Angels. Stretch time here in Seattle. Halos on top. 6-0. Terry wanting some airtime.
Yes. And Langer move to the side of the road.
Tampa Bay Rays in town Friday, May 18th. Fans in attendance will take home a Han Solo Rally Monkey. While supplies last, go to angels.com for information. Oh, yes. May the 4th on Friday night brought out all the characters.
Yes, it did. Hey.
Oh, Chewy. Mitch Haniger to lead things off here in the 7th. Followed by Healy and then Zunino. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed by Shohei. Haniger struck out twice.
Wow. That was committed to trying to catch up to a fastball. Ended up getting a breaking ball at 77, well off the plate. Jose Alvarez warming up in the bullpen.
Line back up the middle of the base hit. And back to that fastball to lead off single for Haniger.
This baseball's line right back up the middle. Shohei Ohtani showing some good moves to get out of the way of that line drive back up the middle. A 9-pitch 6th inning. Also a couple 11-pitch innings.
Ball that Haniger just hit 107 miles per hour off the bat. As Healy takes a breaking ball low. A walk and a fly ball to right field for the Mariner first baseman.
That's why it's good to have those moves to get out of the way of it.
Pitches for Ohtani. With 98 in his last start at Houston on April 24th. 5 1/3 in that one.
Looks like a quick conversation with Rene Rivera and Shohei Ohtani. First inning best fastball 98, this inning 97, so velocity's still there as his pitch count is increasing. .92 pitches thrown. All 5 of his hits today have been on his fastball, and it's a fastball count.
Zunino on deck. 3-1. Lifted down the line. Long run for Blash, but this one's headed towards the seats. Full count.
Wonder if he'll throw him a breaking ball right here. He has a chance to throw him a slider potentially. Or a split.
(3-2). Off speed out toward deep left field. Young's going to watch this one go. A hanging breaking ball is a 2-run home run for Ryan Healy. The Mariners get on the board at 6-2 Angels.
4th hit in his last 5 official at-bats. That slider didn't have that bite to it. It backed up on him right into that swing path for Healy. He went down and got it. Threw out his 5th home run of the season.
Nobody out, bases clear, and here's Healy. Or pardon me, Zunino. Ball a little bit high.
That's the 2nd home run he's allowed on a slider this year. Matt Chapman back in his first start. 3-run home run against him. Other than that, not many hits against his secondary pitches.
Zunino 0 for 2. Shows follow behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Hasn't been the same guy since Haniger spun that fastball right back up the middle.
The smoke around this ballpark after that home run fireworks.
Three balls, no strikes. More than likely his last batter now. 97 pitches with nobody out, and Alvarez ready to go.
And 98 pitches his last start, which is a career high.
And 4-pitch walk. That's going to do it for Shohei. Unfortunately, looked like he had Haniger set up to start the inning, but that fastball was turned around for that base hit. Then hung a breaking ball to Healy. Now a 4-pitch walk, so nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels' 6-0 lead is now 6-2 with Jose Alvarez coming on in relief.
After 3 straight base runners reaching here in the 7th inning. Shohei Ohtani, though, very good stuff throughout this ball game. His fastball and slider, splitter, excellent. 6 punch-outs in this game. The consistency with his fastball, especially through the first 6th inning, was dominant, but that splitter also very good. His secondary pitch is still one of the most difficult ones to hit in baseball.
Jose Alvarez on a relief. Ohtani's allowed 2 runs. He's responsible for Zunino at first base. 19th appearance. This is Guillermo Heredia, pinch hitter for Ben Gamble. See the numbers for Jose. Gamble finishes the game 1 for 2. Alvarez comes in and quickly falls behind at 2 balls, no strikes. Ramirez warming up as well. 3-1. Got to come in and throw some strikes. Looking for that first out. Pete Gordon, leadoff man, is on deck. And you get Segura and Cano and Cruz.
You don't want to give his life to this Seattle club. We saw them able to come back a number of times last night. Now you got to deal with that speed of D. Gordon at the plate, although the Angels in game one turned some double plays with him at the plate.
Six pitches for Alvarez, 5 out of the strike zone. Gordon 1 for 3 with a single.
Certainly never easy to turn a double play against D. Gordon, but the Angels were able to do so on Friday night. We'll love that chance again today. This has been very well to Kinsler. A great flip over Anderson Simmons, a 4-6-3 double play. How quick the transfer and the throws were. The exchange quick as could be.
Tries to bunt his way on and bunts it foul, 1-1. Cozart in over at third base. 1-1 pitch. Gordon fouls it off. 1-2.
94 with the fastball from Alvarez.
One-two now. Ground ball to short. Simmons flips it to Kinsler for one, reeling back to first, and got him.
Wow.
Double play turn by Simmons and Kinsler. 2 down.
And we showed that double play turn on Friday, able to do it again here this afternoon against D. Gordon. Not an easy thing to do, but again, quick on the transfer exchange. 6-4-3 double play this time around instead of a 4-6-3. Quick, and then a firm throw from Kinsler gets the double play. What a job there once again by that middle infielders for the Angels.
Still work to be done now with Segura at the plate. The shortstop's 0 for 3. Zunino over at third base. Bouncer to third, should do it.
Charles Nagy must have said something right there, didn't he? Be able to finish that one off right away. Jose Alvarez gets 3 outs via the ground ball double play, and then to finish it off with a ground ball out.
inning. Angels looking for the series win, and right now holding on to a 6-2 lead. Ken French back with you inside Safeco Field. And do not forget, we have Angels Live presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. When this is all said and done with myself and Jose Mota, will show you how the Angels stars have been playing like stars. Starting with Shohei Ohtani, 6 shutout innings, 5 Ks in his 5th start of the season, but he would give up 2 runs in the 7th inning. He's gotten some run support, 3 homers, the last coming from Mike Trout, a 3-run shot in the 6th, his 12th of the season. We'll also preview the upcoming series with the Colorado Rockies. I'm sure, guys, you're wondering, how are we going to fit all this into a 2-segment post-game show? You're probably just going to have to stick around to find out.
Can't wait. You have us on the edge of our seats.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's a teaser right there.
I'm serious. Really.
Did Frenchie say something?
Yeah, Frenchie was talking.
Oh, he was.
A lot of words.
Yeah.
Teasing us. Lawrence on the mound now for Pazos. Rivera cuts through the first one. 9-1-2. Rivera, Kinsler, and Trout. Fourth game, no record, a 10.50 ERA.
Well, when you go back to that 6th inning, it was that swing, a perfect swing for Rivera the other way. He doubled, an RBI double that got that whole inning going after Chris Young reached base on a wild pitch strikeout.
One down.
Second baseman number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Brings up Kinsler. He had 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Pazos went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. Lawrence pitched Friday night. 1-2. Pulled foul. Reaching forward, over to short, bobbled by Romine, and that allowed Kinsler to reach.
Good hustle there by Kinsler. Hustling down the line. You never assumed every play was going to be made easily. And Romine a little bobble, and Kinsler running hard beats that one out.
Trout will bat with a man on.
Hustling down the line, forced to make a good play, was able to do so, and gives Trout an opportunity to come to the plate with someone on. Trying to get those 2 runs back.
Ground ball to the right side, base hit, inside out action. So Trout's on board with another 3-hit game. 2 on with 1 out.
Designated hitter, number 8, Justin Upton.
Talk about letting baseball travel deep in the strike zone. That's exactly what Trout was able to do. Base hit to right, home run to left. 3-hit game. Oh yeah, and a walk also. That's 3 straight 3-hit games for Trout.
Upton 1 for 4, had a single in the 5th inning.
Trout's batting average now up to 336, 12 for 21 in his 5-game history. 571 batting average.
Bouncer down the line, foul.
Another 10-hit performance for the Angels offense today.
Late on that fastball, just did keep the at-bat alive.
Getting so many sliders here, he was anticipating another breaking ball.
Kinsler standing at second base on the Romine error. Trout with a base hit to right. Two down. Now Bueno with a walk, strikeout, single, and a hit by pitch. Ground ball left side. Romine has it over to first. Angels are done here in the 8th. Led to the bottom of the 8th inning. Halos on top 6-2. $6 million. Download Beat the Streak today in the App Store. MLB.com/BTS. Alvarez back out there to start the 8th inning with Cano at the plate. That'd just be the one batter situation with Noe Ramirez still warming up. Cano 0 for 3.
Nice job by Jose Alvarez after that conversation with Charles Nagy to get a couple ground balls and got 3 outs with it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Janet with a fastball inside.
Final line on Shohei Ohtani. 6 innings, plus 3 batters, 6 hits, including the home run to Healy, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit batter, 2 runs, both earned.
Another outstanding effort by Shohei Ohtani today.
That's out toward right field. Blash giving chase and will make the catch as he steps onto the track. Leadoff man retired to start the 8th inning.
Designated hitter, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Alvarez staying in there to face Nelson Cruz, who's 0 for 2.
It's 4 or 5 all outs today for Robinson Cano.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Jumping ahead quickly with that fastball away.
Bouncer to third. Cozart is there. 2 down.
Third baseman, number 15, Kyle Seager.
Kyle Seager, a 2 for 3 game with 2 singles and a ground out. Halos leading this one 6-2. Diamondbacks leading the Astros 3-1 at Chase Field in Phoenix. That game's in the top of the 9th. Seager takes low. Boston beat Texas. And Oakland defeated the Baltimore Orioles.
Oakland 2 games over 500 himself.
1-1. Popped him up. Left side, Cozart is there. Alvarez with a 1-2-3 8th inning. We'll head to the 9th inning with the Angels leading at 6-2.
6+ innings today, setting the tone in the offense. Consistent, led by Zach Cozart's first home run here in Seattle against King Felix back in the 2nd inning. Got the scoring going.
Simmons, Cozart, and Blash here in the 9th inning. 2nd inning of work for Lawrence. Picked up a couple of strikeouts in the 8th. Hamilton extended his hitting streak with a single in the 7th inning. He's 1 for 4 today. Bedrosian warming. He'll get the 9th. Lifted out towards shallow left. Heredia has to come in on it. 1 down.
Third baseman, number 7, Zach Cozart.
Two for 4 game for Cozart with a home run and a double. That grazed him. He'll take his base. Well, just kind of sailed on Lawrence a little bit. Bring up Blash. Jabari making his Angels debut today. Out in right field, 0 for 3. A couple strikeouts, a fly ball to right, and a walk. One-0. Slider, and that is hammered high and deep, but foul. That left the ballpark.
Yes.
Ricocheted off the railing.
Everyone's looking at that one. Kyle Seager hasn't stopped looking back yet.
One-one. 1-2. Short lead for Cozart over at first base. Here comes the 1-2 from Lawrence. Ground ball toward the hole, and that will go as a base hit. So Jabari picks up his first hit as an Angel. 2 on, 1 out. Chris Young coming up.
Ohtani got this pitch, tried to run that little 2-seamer in. Gets it in the hole, picks up his first hit as an Angel.
Young 1 for 3 with a home run in the 2nd. Now the 0-1.
12 runs scored in this game for Chris Young, including a home run back in the second inning.
1-1. Fastball low. Let's go back to the Jabari Blash foul ball. There you go. You want some StatCast numbers? Lost the trail. You can see it up there on the top left. Hit the railing and then out. 115 miles per hour off the bat. Projected at 440.
That's a long way.
Yeah. Is that one of those that you would have come down the mound getting a baseball from the umpire and just yelled at the hitter? It's a foul ball.
That's a foul ball. Strike. Now you're out because now I'm ahead of you.
Now you're out.
That was your best shot.
It's foul. Relax.
I did exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out in front and pull it foul.
And there's a walk. They're loaded up. Rivera will come to the plate.
The catcher, number 44,
Rivera, 1 for 4. An RBI double. That was in the 6th inning. Double for Rene, his 3rd of the year. The RBI is 6th. He's got Cozart at 3rd, Blash at 2nd, Young at 1st. 6-2 Angels. We're in the top of the 9th inning.
These are important runs here for the Angels. Add on, separate.
Back up the middle. There's a base hit. Cozart will score. Blash will be waved around. He's going to score easily. 8-2 Angels. Rivera with a 3 RBI game.
Yeah, nice game for Rene Rivera. At the plate and behind the dish, catching. And a fastball, didn't try to do a whole lot with it. Lines it right back up through the middle. Driving in 2. So important not to try to pull that pitch. Stay back, use the middle of the field, drives in 2.
Two balls, no strikes. Ian is 0 for 4. Walked and scored in the 6th inning. Two-0 pitch. 2-1. Trout on deck. Ground ball over to short. Romine to Cano. The first. Kinsler didn't quite run that one out. That would have given Trout an opportunity to come to the plate one more time. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Angels up
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Mike Trout, 3 for 4, 3-run home run. His 27th career home run versus Seattle, 16th in this ballpark. Also had an outfield assist. Perfect throw to Cozart at third base. A key moment of the game on that slide in from Gamble. Perfect throw and tag held on there by Zach Cozart.
Cam Bedrosian takes over on the mound. After Jose Alvarez went 2 innings, scoreless baseball. Mitch Haniger leading things off. He'll look at his strike. Haniger's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Just on the heels of that Trout spotlight that Gooby just gave you. The second player in history with a 3-hit game in every game of a 3-game series or more against the Mariners, joining Kirby Puckett, who did it back in 1986.
Wow, that long ago. So you're saying he's pretty good then? That's what you're trying to say.
There's a chance.
Yes.
The potential
Is there.
certainly there.
Yes.
He has some pretty good building blocks.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, Trout 9 for 14 in this series.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Healy on deck, then Zunino, 6, 7, and 8 for Seattle here in the 9th inning. It's a pretty nice job by Haniger taking the hands up. 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
He's really turning a very good all-around player. Very good defender out in right, good arm, pretty good speed. Power numbers this season also solid.
Full count. And a walk to start the 9th.
First baseman, number 27, Ryan Healy.
Ryan Healy with a walk and fly ball to right and a 2-run home run off Ohtani in the 7th. The 2 runs Ohtani gave up in his 6 innings. This one's popped up. Rivera looks like he might have a play. And squeezes it for out number 1. Take that 1 pitch out.
The catcher, number 3,
Ohtani had a couple of them during the course of the game.
Mike Zunino 0 for 2 with a walk. 2-0 to the Mariner catcher. Upstairs 3-0. Ready on deck. 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. 8-2. Halos with the opportunity to pick up a game. The Astros, the Mariners, and the Rangers. Justin Verlander, first regular season loss as an Astro. And a second walk in the inning.
Thought you might see a quick visit from Charles Nagy. Did a nice job of that conversation he had with Jose Alvarez.
So 2 walks and a pop-up. 1 out, 2 on. Will be Heredia coming to the plate. Came out as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning for Ben Gamble, and he drew a walk against Alvarez. Heredia came in batting .286 on the year. .14 pitches thrown by Bedrosian with 6-run lead here in the 9th. 9 balls, 5 strikes. Noe Ramirez back up and loosening. The Angels 1 man down in the bullpen with Paredes being shipped out today. For Jabari Blash. And an overused bullpen, especially after last night's extra inning loss. D. Gordon on deck. 2-1. Three-one count. That was off the plate.
So she's going to go to the bullpen.
Absolutely, you have to. Can't throw a strike. Now you've got the bases loaded. Noe Ramirez will be summoned from the bullpen as Cam Bedrosian has walked the bases loaded here in the 9th inning with 6-run lead. 8-2 Angels. A pitching change here in the 9th. inning, so Noe Ramirez has to come on in relief of Camp Androsian. Ramirez will be pitching now for the 17th time this year. 1-1 with a 3.18 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 17 innings of work. You've got the speedy D. Gordon at the plate.
And Noe's really excelled in these situations where he's come in with runners on the base, especially with the bases loaded.
All via the walk. Haniger at third, Zunino at second, Heredia at first base. Gordon today 1 for 4, had a single in the 5th inning. Ground ball to second base, should be 2. Kinsler to Simmons for 1, on to first. Light that baby up as the Angels take the finale. This time by the score of 8-2.
Almost impossible to be able to double up D. Gordon, but 3 times in this series, including back-to-back at bats, finish off that game, win another series. 5 straight series wins for the Angels against AL West opponents, tying a club record. Also very good against the AL West this season. Now 12-4 for the Halos and Shohei Ohtani.